I've got a bad case of dad bod.
I'm a middle-aged dad, and this is my journey to get back in shape by rediscovering my childhood love of cycling. Come on and take a ride with me.
Okay, welcome back to On Your Left. You can see a nice view of a bridge over the north branch of the Raritan River. We're here at a little like parky area off to the side of Old York Road. I started here just because I like the view. So what we'll do is we'll turn around and we'll go back up to the road and take the road back. This is actually the second time I'm filming this video because I didn't turn on one of my cameras when on the way out. So I'm going to film myself on the way back and repeat a lot of what I said over the last 15 minutes or so. So anyway, it's a very nice day out. It's warm but not too warm. It's overcast so you don't have the sun beating down on you. Overall, nice afternoon, comfortable shirt sleeve weather. I'm taking a casual, not too crazy ride. A little muddy here. I just try and get out of this muddy spot. There we go. A little too high a gear for that mud. All right, we're gonna go up the trail. Turn around, get back on the road. Yeah, so I kind of had a nice, long, tough ride yesterday. I took the Delaware and Raritan Canal path about 10 miles up into New Brunswick and back. It's actually a nice ride. The trail up there gets a little bit more rough. A lot of rocks and loose spots, gravel, some cobble sections that are kind of bumpy. So some nice varied terrain, even though it's mostly easy. Went 10 miles up at a pretty good clip, especially for off-road. And turned around, came back, and found myself going into trying to ride against like a 20-mile-per-hour wind. So my ride home was not as pleasant, but I toughed it out. But I'm still kind of feeling it today. So I'm riding a little bit more casually. So we're here on Old York Road. This road has a lot of ups and downs. It's going to take us past the entrance to Dugan Park, where I've taken you before, and back to one of our main roads. So some hills, I'm going to try and downshift quite a bit today to get through the hills, because I'm taking it kind of easy today, as I'm still feeling yesterday's ride in my quads and in my knees, because that trip coming back was a little rough. It's a nice area. I kind of wish that I had filmed it, because it's some sections that I've kind of wanted to film for a while. I just kind of went on the spur of the moment and didn't have my gear with me, so it is what it is. So this road gets a fair amount of traffic, but it does have these nice wide shoulders, a bit of debris in them, but not too bad. You got to buck and weave around the worst of it, but most of it's just little pebbles and not a big deal. Some good hills. Like I said, I'm not really going to power up them today. I'm just going to try and keep moving and downshift. So yesterday I learned the hard way that riding against the wind feels an awful lot like going up a hill. So it's a good opportunity to practice your shifting. I'm actually in too low a gear for my middle ring. Let me go down here. There we go. Or too low a gear for my big ring. Now I'm on my middle ring. It's a puppy. That puppy really wants to play with me. Yeah, so on the way out, I saw some people struggling to hoof it up this hill. They're going a little bit faster than me. There we go. Pedaling at a good cadence, but I'm in a very low gear, so I'm not putting too much pressure on my knees. I'm gonna keep it nice and casual, relaxed today. So yeah, so riding against the wind, good opportunity to practice getting in your low gears and shifting. And all that good stuff. And here we go, we got some nice speed going down the hill here. I'm shifted almost all the way. Keep pace with this. Well, once you're up to speed, it's easier to maintain speed than it is to actually get up there. Now that I've got some speed, I pop back up to a higher gear so I can maintain it. And maybe the next hill won't hurt so bad. Actually, where I wanted to take you guys was a little paved bike path. It's short, it's not even 1.5 miles, but it actually is a nice trick to getting across the main 4-lane highway or road or whatever you want to call it without actually having to cross the road. The trail actually dips down and follows a road bridge underneath. So I'm going to start gearing down already. Yeah, but that trail, last time I rode it had to be late November, early December, sometime around then. And some sections of it were both flooded out and frozen over. Actually toughed it out and walked my bike around it through some swampy stuff, got my feet wet and cold. It's kind of unpleasant. But actually got up to the entrance and someone coming off the trail warned me that it was still flooded out from like 4 or 5 months ago now. So I actually rode down part of it about halfway down. And yeah, there's a section that's flooded out. Not a very long section, you know, you could easily throw a pebble to the other side. You know, maybe something like 15, 20 yards. But it looked like it was deep. The path actually dips down there for who knows why, who knows what reason. Right into the water. Back up by the main entrance of Duke Park here. Going uphill again, so I'm starting to downshift. But yeah, so for I don't know what reason, the trail just dips down a good 5 feet in that spot and picks right back up on the other side. I actually have a picture of it. If you check it out on my Ride with GPS page, you should see it. Link for that will be in the description of the video. Yeah, so I was disappointed I couldn't take you through that trail. It's a short trail, but it's a nice little shortcut. It's supposed to connect into a longer trail system that goes through a more built up part of town, but there's a construction site in the middle of it that actually has that section of the trail closed. And I do know once you get up into town, there's lots of breaks in the trail. It only goes a couple of blocks at a time. Then you have to get on the street and you have to make a right, a left, a right, go down 2 lights and find the next entrance to the next section. So it's not really a continuous trail, which is kind of a shame. So it'd be a nice way to go. Because it actually, it almost connects with Duke Island Park, if the whole thing was actually open. But I can use that, mile and a half section of the trail to duck under the main road. And some nice views, nice wooded area to go through. But it's not meant to be. We'll try again next month. Maybe it won't be flooded anymore. And that section, the way it dips, it's probably not going to be fixed until they actually, fill it in and raise that portion of the path a little bit. All right. I'm actually doing a good clip here. Not in too high a gear. Just rolling along. Still working off that momentum I got going down the hill. A little bit more traffic here. Again, this road has a nice wide shoulder. It's easy to ride on, and there's some debris in it, but nothing too crazy. So it actually makes it a viable ride. It's a good run, plenty of rolling hills. And if you go in the other direction, you saw it, you end up at a nice little park area where you can walk down by the river. If you keep going across that bridge to the other side, there's some interesting roads with a lot more challenging hills out there. I've been on some of them. That'll be a trek for a day when I'm a little more back up at 100%. So like I said, I'm still feeling it wasn't a particularly tough ride, just I was trying really hard to keep my speed up going into the wind, and it wasn't working. So it wasn't the longest ride ever, but I fought hard for it. And still a little tight and sore from it. But it was a pretty good workout, so I can't complain. This is the other entrance to Duke Island Park, the side entrance that I believe this is the one I took you in when I took you through Duke Island Park. Kind of followed along the north side of the park, along the river. Just over to my right, past the river, there's a little bit of a dirt trail, but I know that trail's a bit much for this bike. You really want to be on a mountain bike, a real mountain bike. You go on that trail, there's a lot of roots across it. When it gets wet, the mud there is terrible. I tried going through it once, almost got stuck, ended up having to walk my bike through it and stop every couple of yards to scrape the mud off my tires. It was just clogging me up. So if I ever get another mountain bike like I used to have, I'll probably give that trail a go. This bike can handle a decent amount of off-road stuff, but most of that trail's okay, but there's spots of it that are just nasty. All right, hoofing up another hill. Have actually loosened up quite a bit. Hey, Amazon truck. I've actually loosened up quite a bit since I started. I'm not really going to push it today. Nice, easy, casual ride day. Okay, coming up on the corner where I'm going to stop. Before I get to the main road. We'll sign off there and call it a day. And we're stopping here by the statue of our local World War II hero. Let's turn around so you can see the statue. It's John Basilone, Medal of Honor recipient, and local hero. Anyway, thank you for coming with me today. Yes, I did actually kept my camera on the whole time that time, so we got it. Yeah, thanks for coming out today. Nice day. Not my fastest ride, but a nice casual ride on a road with some hills, so made sure I still made myself work for it. Thanks for watching. Get out if you can today while the weather's really nice. Like, subscribe, and comment. Do all that good YouTube stuff. Check out my YouTube page and my Rumble page where I'm putting these videos. I don't have all of my old videos up on Rumble yet, but most of them are there. And I'm putting the new videos there too, as well as YouTube. So you can check me out in both places. Just a nice day. Get out and do your thing, man. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Peace out.